Hidden Figures Chapter 5 Manifest Destiny. Summary or main points. For more videos on the same topic, please subscribe my channel, Learners on Board. Setting 1943 NACA Landy. Characters Dorothy Vaughan, Marguerite Hannah, Blanche Sponsler, Miriam Mann, Frank Knox, Malcolm McLean, Virginia Tucker, Henry Reed, William, Robert R.D. Jones. Main idea. This chapter highlights Dorothy's first day at Langley Memorial Aeronautical Laboratory and the challenges that she had to face at her workplace, which was not even a permanent job. It also talks about the segregation of blacks and whites at her new workplace and the reaction of her colleagues towards segregation. This chapter begins with a description of Dorothy's first day at Langley, which started with her completing her paperwork at the personnel office and receiving her employee badge. The shuttle dropped her at the west area of Langley, where only black women used to work to find out what makes things fly. On the other hand, the white women performed together in the east area computing pool. The west area was a bizarre landscape consisting of finished two-story buildings and cleared construction sites with half-complete structures reaching up out of what was still mostly thick woods and fields. It was a milestone for the West computers, black women, to get a job at the single best and biggest aeronautical research complex in the world, when only 10% of white women and not even a full third of white men had earned college degrees. At the front of Dorothy's room sat the former East computers, Marguerite Hannah, West computing section head, Blanche Sponsler, Marguerite Hannah's assistant. Marguerite Hannah was a graduate of Idaho State University and started working at the lab in 1939. Virginia Tucker was the head computer at Langley and ran Langley's entire computing operation of over 200 women, and she supervised Margaret Hannah and other section heads. The agency scrambled to keep up the production miracle of America's aircraft industry, which had gone from the country's 43rd largest industry in 1938 to the world's number one by 1943. Due to this, the agency faced a labor shortage, and West Computers added much needed minds to the agency's escalating research effort. Secretary of the Navy Frank Knox addressed the laboratory employees and appreciated their efforts in highly specialized skills. He also said that the war is being fought in the laboratory as well as on the battlefields. During his speech, black and white, male and female, blue collar and white collar workers, those who worked with their hands and those who worked with their numbers, huddled together, which was a rare sight in the southern city of Hampton, Virginia. A sign reading "Colored Computers" outside the cafeteria of the black women showed that the black women were not exactly excluded, but not quite included either. This sign was not only ridiculous for the black women, but also very offensive. Miriam Mann, Dorothy's colleague, removed the sign "Colored Computers" and kept it in her purse, which was her small act of defiance, inspiring both anxiety and a sense of empowerment. But soon the sign was replaced by a new sign. Miriam Mann's husband, William, warned her that she would be fired over that sign, but Miriam did not care. Malcolm McLean took the helm of Hampton Institute. The student body was predominantly black, and was determined that the institute fully participate in the war efforts. Under his direction, the institute also established a U.S. naval training school, turning the campus into an active military base. Many local whites disapprove of McLean's effort to boost Negro participation in the war and racial mixing in social situations. Henry Reed was the engineer in charge of Langley Laboratory. He embraced the Hampton and Newport News Kiwanis clubs set that the McLean refused. Both the men were of similar nature, passionate about their particular fields, with responsibilities that extended beyond the Southern sensibilities and social obligations of the town in which they worked. Both of these men deliberately did not leave fingerprints on Langley's decision to hire black women mathematicians. Some of Langley's white employees openly disobeyed Southern conventions, slavery in Southern states, like the head computer Margaret Hanna and the brilliant engineer Robert R.D. Jones, by standing up for the black people. The West computer used to sit in a separate facility. However, they would prove themselves equal or better, having internalized the Negro theorem of needing to be twice as good to get half as far. They helped each other and worked tirelessly. At some point during the war, the colored computer's sign disappeared into Miriam Mann's purse and never came back, which gave her and other West computer employees more room for dignity and confidence that the laboratory might belong to them as well. Dorothy Vaughan, Miriam Mann, and Catherine Pedro were becoming a band of sisters and great colleagues, bringing them closer to each other. It's time for quiz. What were the challenges faced by Dorothy and her colleagues when they joined Landy? How did they react to the challenges and try to restore their dignity? Question number 2. This war is being fought in the laboratories as well as on the battlefield. Who said these words? To whom and why? What was the occasion on which these words were uttered? Answer number 1. Dorothy and her colleagues mainly faced segregation and humiliating signs like colored computers in the laboratory. Miriam Mann reacted bravely, removing those humiliating signs. Answer number 2. These words were uttered by Frank Knox, Secretary of the Navy, during his speech to the laboratory employees to boost their morale and to appreciate each and every one of them. Thank you for watching my video. For more videos on the same topic, please subscribe my channel and share it with your friends, learners on board. Thank you.